Okay, so today's Tuesday, August 6th. I've still lost my voice. I sound like a lifelong crack smoker, and I don't know what's wrong with my voice. It's always really like there's something in this unit that causes my voice to literally crack and not work properly. It could be some kind of mold or something. There's so much moisture in this unit. Landlord is refusing to fix leaks. There's always leaks. That's not something that I am causing. You can't cause leaks as a tenant unless you start destroying the pipes. The leaks are a function of a ineffective plumbing system. The Greenville Group has an ineffective plumbing system. There's constantly problems with the quality and usability of the water that comes out of their taps. That is their problem, not the problem of the Boston Water Authority, Massachusetts Water Authority. That is not their problem. That is the Greenville Group's problem. Anyway, my voice is always just really hoarse and crackly because I suspect that there's probably mold in the walls or in the floor. There's no effective ventilation system in the building, and if you want to ventilate your space, you either have to get an air conditioner or open the windows. My air conditioner is not working. The fan function works, and all that does is just blow the air around. But right now it's 10 a.m., just exactly 10 a.m., and I'm trying to send another PDF file to the court. Check this out. It's queued once again. It's queued. Just like yesterday's is queued, right? So when I have a deadline to send something to the court, all of a sudden, whatever document I'm trying to send doesn't go through. These are very brief, simple text documents, and there should be no problem with sending them over email. But as you can see, 2 emails now that I've tried to send to the court in the last 20 hours, not even 24 hours, have been blocked from being sent. Every other email that I've sent, including emails with text attachments or word attachments, have gone through. This is not an accident, folks. Mr. Oleg Galiseyev, the property manager of the Greenville Group, has repeatedly bragged to me over the last few years during several in-person conversations that Jasmine Irizarry, the psychopath, sex offender, and reported cybercriminal that he housed in Unit 78 behind the wall of my kitchen sink in my bathroom, located right there, between 2013 and 2022, is a super talented hacker. Mr. Aliseyev is Russian, from Russia. He has a Russian last name. Any last name ending in Ayev or Ayeva is Russian, not Ukrainian. So his last name is ethnically Russian, not Ukrainian. And Russians really love hackers. I mean, they think hackers are like the best thing on the planet. They use them for everything. Many times when you hear about a large data breach or some kind of major hack, it's the Russians. So when Mr. Aliseyev bragged that Jasmine Irizarry, the psychopath, sex offender, and career thug in 78 is so talented she can get into anything, well, then you're seeing this happening right here. So this morning, I called the court at about 9 o'clock. I reported that I needed more time to finish working on a legal brief that was due yesterday in the case against the landlord. This legal brief right now is about 9 pages long, single-spaced. It's too long. As I reported in a video I made last night, my mental issue is trying to cut down 9 pages of unnecessary, extraneous details, text, and repetitive paragraphs. So I called the court at 9. I asked for more time. The clerk said, "You will need to file a motion." This is a motion right here. See? Motion. It is 9:15 a.m. Tuesday, right? Do you see that? And I wrote up a 2-page motion and attached it to this email. A 2-page document is a very small file. It should not be preventing this email from being sent. But as you can see, it is now 10 a.m. and the email has not sent. Interestingly enough, also, a version of the legal brief that I'm working on right now that I tried to send yesterday is also still not sending, right? Check this out. 2 emails to the housing court. Tried to send 2 emails to the housing court within the last 24 hours, and they're both blocked from being sent because the hacker, Irizarry, knows that these are due to the court by a certain deadline on a certain day, and when I try to send them, they don't send, even though every other email that I've sent, including emails with other attachments, have gone through just fine. This is hacking, guys. And because the hacker is acting on the part of the Greenville group, the only emails that don't get sent are the ones that I'm trying to send to the court about the Greenville group. I keep reporting in videos that the only communications that get blocked, interfered with, and very obviously hacked are those relating to the Greenville group. They are using a hacker to prevent me from reporting their bad behavior, their criminal activities, their dysfunction and negligence to various authorities and agencies that I have cases filed with against the Greenville group. Housing Court is one of them, and as you can see, again, 2 emails with document attachments I've tried to send to the Housing Court over the last 24 hours regarding the Greenville group have been blocked from being sent. But the funny thing is this, listen to this. So this is a motion for extra time, right? I'm legally blind. My document right now is 9 pages, single-spaced. I emailed a draft of it last night, and miraculously, that draft actually went through. But I don't think that the hacker knew that I was going to send it because the draft was such a mess that I just fired it off, and the hacker didn't have time to block that draft from being sent as a document attachment. But it's such a hot mess that even though I sent it last night, the judge basically said, just give her a few more days, because obviously the document is not completed. So this motion right here for more time that the clerk told me I would have to submit officially to the court this morning, and that Irizarry, the psycho scum, rejected, low-life, no-life hacker, is preventing from being sent, I didn't even need to send it. So she just wasted her time, that miserable piece of shit, because the judge didn't even need to look at my motion for extra time. He basically just looked at what I sent him last night and was like, yeah, just give her a few more days. He probably didn't even want to bother looking at that mess of a draft that I sent last night. So Irizarry, the psycho scum, reject, hacker, psychopath that nobody wants to have anything to do with because she's so dysfunctional and hideous. She sits around all by herself, literally spending her entire life tapeworming all over people whose devices she hacks into, like a giant, fat, stinking, ugly parasite. She just wasted her time because I didn't even need to send this motion. So this motion that she's trying to block me from sending to the court right now because it was time sensitive and due by 9:30 this morning, well, I didn't even need to send it. The judge already gave me more time, and I didn't even have to submit any documents or anything like that. So, ha ha, you lose.